Let's listen to the story of the apparition of the Blessed Virgin Mary at Gietrzwald. In the year 1877, Our Lady appeared repeatedly to 13-year-old Justina and 12-year-old Barbara and to a 45-year-old woman. The Blessed Virgin Mary spoke in Polish, a language that was banned since the inhabitants of the area were under the Prussians who imposed the German language and the Protestant faith. Our Blessed Lady presented herself as the Immaculate Conception, requested the daily recitation of the Holy Rosary, and announced the end of the religious persecution. Towards the end of the 19th century, the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared various times in a small village in the north of Poland. They lasted from June 30th to September 16th, 1877. The two missionaries were Barbara and Justina, who later entered into the Order of the Daughters of Charity. On February 2nd, 2005, the Archbishop Edmund in the Basilica of the Blessed Virgin of Gietrzwald established the Diocesan Tribunal for the Beatification of Sister Barbara, who, in front of that basilica a little more than a century earlier with her friend Justina, received the apparitions of Our Blessed Lady. At the time of apparitions, the region was under Prussian control, particularly harsh and severe against them because they were Polish and Catholics. In 1873, a few years before the apparitions, the Polish language was banned in all the schools of Warmia, and under the Kulturkampf, all the religious congregations were suppressed, except the ones that were taking care of the sick, like the ones of the Daughters of Charity. In this difficult moment, the faithful of Gietrzwald gathered tightly around an ancient picture of the church depicting the Mother of God with the baby Jesus. It was precisely in those circumstances that the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared at Gietrzwald in 1877. The pastor of the town, Augustine, 1830 to 1909, of a German family, was convinced about the authenticity of the apparitions since the beginning. Based on good reasons, also the ecclesiastical authorities did not delay to accept the faithfulness and truthfulness of the apparitions. The two missionaries were both born in Verity, a few kilometers from Gietrzwald. Justina was born in the year 1864. Barbara was born in the year 1865. It was just after the catechism exam for her first communion that Justina saw the Blessed Virgin Mary on June 27th, 1877, above a tree in front of the parish church near a fountain. At first, the girl saw an extraordinary splendor on the tree, and then Our Lady dressed in white. From June 30th, Barbara also saw the Blessed Virgin Mary together with Justina. The apparitions continued daily until September 16th, 1877. For a little less than 3 months, the Catholic population of the region was deeply moved and perceived such apparitions as a gift of the Mother of God to her people for perseverance in their faith so harshly persecuted. The girls, since the beginning, did not have doubts that it was the Blessed Virgin Mary and submitted requests and questions in the name of everyone. Justina asked in the first apparition, "What do you desire, Mother of God?" The answer was, I desire that you recite the Holy Rosary every day. Barbara, once made participant of the apparition, asked, Who are you? She obtained an extraordinary response. I am the most blessed Virgin Mary, immaculately conceived. On the 1st of August, Barbara asked, Will the parishes without priests obtain them soon? She received this answer. If the people will pray with favor, then the church shall not be persecuted. Rather, the parishes without priests will receive them. On August 11th, Barbara asked, Will the church in Poland regain liberty? Mary simply answered, Yes. The faithful entrusted to the girls many requests for the Virgin. Her answer was almost always, Recite the Holy Rosary. Barbara, on the 1st of September, asked the Blessed Virgin what she desired from the pastor of Gietrzwald. She heard the following response, that he always tried to invoke me. I have always been a protection for him, and I shall be until the end. Particularly touching were the words said to the girls on September 8th, day of the Nativity of the Blessed Mary. Do not grieve, because I will always be with you. On September 16th, with a large presence of the faithful, the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared for the last time. Blessed the spring that was located in a meadow, and confided the last words, Recite the Holy Rosary. The commission established by the Bishop of Warmia already on the 1st of September declared, We have come to the conclusion that the apparitions of Gietrzwald have a real and true foundation. Under the arrangement of Bishop Philip, the girls were immediately questioned by the delegates of an episcopal commission. To have them escape the curiosity of the people that was already becoming intense, and to avoid that the girls would agree on what to say, they were each received by a different family in two different towns. On August 24th, Barbara was questioned by the Episcopal Commission. The commission remained impressed by her whole attitude, sincere, simple, humble, and straightforward. Specific responses attracted the attention of the commission because they dedicated a knowledge superior to the education of the girls. Afterwards, the two girls decided to become daughters of charity and were sent to attend the internal seminary in the mother house of Paris, where they arrived on January 19th, 1884. The directress of the seminary left a note written about Barbara, about her spiritual life and her behavior. Sister Barbara, who took the name of Sister Stanislava, lived and prayed in those places where Saint Catherine Laboure had received the apparitions of the miraculous medal. After the profession of her first vows on February 2nd, 1889, Sister Stanislava remained 11 years in Paris. Afterwards, she went as a missionary to Guatemala, where, because of previous laws against the church and the religious orders, only the Daughters of Charity of Saint Vincent de Paul could cooperate. She returned to her homeland almost after 40 years, but to avoid the small honor of being recognized and applauded, she did not go to Gietrzwald. Upon returning to Guatemala, she continued her work, as always, in obscurity. Sister Stanislava, after a brief period in a city orphanage returned to the Central Hospital of Guatemala. Therefore, after a life of intense and beautiful witness of holiness and charity, she died in the Lord on December 6, 1950, at the age of 85, 66 of vocation and 54 of mission in Guatemala, spent primarily among the sick and the poor. Our Blessed Virgin Mary of Gietrzwald, pray for us.